What's up, people? We got another day and another episode of Amateur Pool. This is the third match, I think. Second or third bracket match, I think, from the TAP National Tournament. Playing a gentleman by the name of Tim Merrill. And you read the title right, man. There's some craziness at the end of this video, and I'll explain everything that happens when we get there. But sit back and relax, man, because this is a good match. It's got a little bit of everything. Some good shooting, couple shots that are going to frustrate the heck out of you and me both, and man, some drama at the end. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, man. Let's get into this match. All right, Tim won the lag. He just broke. I believe he broke dry, and now I'm up at the table. Let's see what I can do here. So again, we're both skill level 6s. This is a national tournament for TAP. It's a race to 5. And we're about to get into it. All right, looks like I'm going to take stripes here. I'm going to start with that 15, which I love. Probably just get the cue ball to bounce off the rail and over here for the 14 next, I would imagine. Yep. Good angle on the 14. Now I can make the 14 with a little bit of draw and bring the cue ball over into here. And I can shoot the 11 next. The challenging thing in this rack is going to be the 9, 10 over here, because I'm not sure I can get position here to cut the 10 in, so I may end up having to either see if the 9 squeezes past the 10 or shoot the 9 into the 10 and make a combo. So I may have got myself hooked here. I don't know if I can see past the 7 or not. I think maybe I can, but I'm hoping I can. It's tight though. We'll see what happens. If I can't, then this can be a tough first rack for sure. I'm getting down to squint at it. This is the best camera angle I could get here, guys, man. There was pretty busy in this area. There was people on the tables that way and people on the tables that way. And then, of course, you can see there was tables over here, too. So I could only set my camera up in this position. Oh, I got a bonus ball? I didn't necessarily want to make that bonus ball because I could have used it to shape either the 13 or the 9, 10. Now I think I have to either see if the 9 goes past the 10. I don't think it does, because right now I'm lining up the combo. So I'm going to play the 9 into the 10 and try to combo that 10 into the pocket. If I complete this shot, there's a good chance I finish this rack. If I don't, then good chance I lose this rack. Got the combo. Where's that cue ball going, man? Phew. Came pretty close to that side pocket up there. A little bit scary. I hope the 4 is not in my way to make that 10. If it's not, then I'll just roll the 10 in, let the cue ball bounce up to here, and I'll have the 13 next. It doesn't look like the 4 is in the way. I got down on that pretty fast. Yep, perfect. Good shape there. So now when I make this 13, I just want to use a little bit of left spin because I want the cue ball to come here and then out to here, somewhere in there, so I can shoot the 8 up table. Or I could use, yeah, it looks like I'm using right to come straight up. I like that. Then I never have a chance of getting behind the 2 ball because I never go behind the 2 ball. It was just straight top with a little bit of outside spin, so that way the cue ball didn't drift this way. It drifted that way. So you see I marked the pocket up here in the corner, and I had to wait on someone on that table over there to shoot. So I'm waiting on them to finish their shot so I can get up there and make my 8 ball, or at least attempt to make it. I hope I'll make it, you know, fingers crossed and all that stuff, man. I didn't even ask you guys how you're doing today. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, man. Great week. Great year so far. It's November already. We got snow. I'm about to make this 8 ball, and sure enough, I'm up 1-0, man. So he broke dry. I ran out. Now the second rack here. My break. Winner breaks. Smashed him. Look at that 8 ball. Oh, is it going to fall? Oh, it sure did. It sat up in the pocket. Then one of the stripes came back and hit it. So just like that, I'm up 2-0, man. So let's see what I can do here, man. All right, I made a ball on the break. Looks like I may have a shot on the 5 ball there. I'm not 100% certain if the 5 goes past the 1 up into that corner. I'm not 100% certain. So Tim, just a quick background, is from New Hampshire. New Hampshire. You know how you guys talk up there in the East Coast. He's from New Hampshire. Super nice guy, man. It's the first time I ever met him, obviously. I'm from Michigan. Super nice guy. And as you'll see in this match, he's a hell of a shot. Really good shot, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing him. And you'll see at the very end of this match, he's also quite the gentleman, man. You know, quite the gentleman. He does the right thing, and that's important, man. It's important for credibility. It's important for everything. All right, I'm looking to see if that 1 will go past the 9 into that side pocket because I'm trying to plan a full run out. I think I could shoot the 7, obviously. I probably could shoot the 2, and I'm not 100% certain, but I think I could probably come over here and shoot, what is this, the 4 ball? Looks like I'm going for the 2. So I'll play this with center ball and get the cue ball to drift up this way off the rail. Or maybe bottom and come back for the 7. Yeah, that's what I tried to do. I missed it. I missed it. And honestly, I'm quite surprised I cut it that way instead of that way. Looking at the camera angle, and now keep in mind we don't have the best angle in the world, but it looks like I probably should have cut it that way. I'm very surprised I cut it the other way. All right, so we're going to get our first look at Tim here. Tim Merrill coming to the table. He's wearing a jersey, guys, so you know he's good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm joking, Tim. If Tim ever watches this, I don't know if he knows I have a channel. Well, he knows I have a channel because I recorded our match, but I don't know if he'll find it and watch it or not. I actually brought my jersey to this tournament as well, but I wasn't going to wear mine until the last day if I made it into the finals, you know. That's when I was going to wear my jersey. Up until that point, I just sported T-shirts, man, and shot comfortably. Shot comfortably. Although those jerseys aren't uncomfortable, they're pretty comfortable for the most part. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the neck collar. You know, it comes up. It's not like a true collar. It's like a half collar and comes up on my thick neck, boy. All right, Tim's coming down table. He's going to shoot the 11. What's he going to shape after this? Probably the 10. He'll probably just stop it there and shoot the 10 in the side. No, he drew. He drew over into the 6. I'm not 100% certain he wanted to hit the 6. I think he probably wanted to come straight across over here. That way he could have shot this 14 straight up table. You can't see it because he's blocking it right now, but when he moves, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, little Timmy. You'll be able to see it when he moves, bro. Calm down. Calm down. You'll be able to see it here in just a second. There it is. Yeah, I don't think he wanted the 6. I think he wanted to come over here and shoot the 14 up because this ball blocks the 14 as it sits right now. It's going to come up for either the, what is that, the 13 or the 15? Yeah, 13. Made a good shot there. Is he going to put the 15 in trouble? No, I think it still passes. He's okay here. He can shoot the 15 to get back down table. What he's got to figure out, though, is that 14 ball. This 10 easily goes there. The 14 does not go there. So that 14 either, I don't even know if you can bank it because the 6 is in the way. It's going to have to come up table, man. So he's either got to move it or shape it up table, one of the two. All right, you got a good shape on this 10 ball. He can use top as long as he doesn't hit the 8. If he can get the cue ball to come over here with right spin and come over this way, he might be able to shape that 14 where he needs it. Yep, just like this. Is he going to spin it too much? No, he did a great job, man. That was a good shot. He's got a good stroke, I'm telling you. Tim was a very strong opponent. He may have been the strongest opponent I faced, including the match I end up losing, you know, because there is obviously a match I end up losing. I didn't win this whole tournament. And I'll tell you guys how I finished at the end of this match, because this is my last recorded match. So I'll tell you guys how I finished here at the end of this one, man. And this ending is going to surprise you guys because I don't want to give it away, man. You'll see. It's crazy. All right, man, he did a good job on that 14, but the big question, does the 8 pass the 2? It looks like he might have a half a pocket, maybe a little bit less than half a pocket. He's going for it. He marked the pocket. So it all boils down to this, man, if he can squeeze that 8 in there or not. If he can squeeze the 8 in or not. While he does that, I'm going to get me a non-sponsored drink, guys. You know, not a sponsor. Yeah, I knew it was tight. I knew it was tight. He got pretty close to the 2 and it didn't fit. I'm not 100% certain if it would have fit or not. But nevertheless, he gave me a chance. So here I come back to the table. I'm going to waddle around for a minute and figure out my out. I'll probably start with this 2 ball because it's got plenty of room now because the 8's sitting over here. I'll start with that 2 ball and just probably send my cue ball up this way for the 4 next, I would imagine. Once I play the 4, if I end up in here, I can play the 4 and just bounce out around this area. And then once I'm in this area, I can play the 6 straight up, and then the 7 here, then the 1, then the 3. I should be able to get out here, man, but you guys know how that works, you know. When I should be able to get out doesn't mean I'm going to get out. Man, one thing I'm really good at this game is making mistakes. I'll tell you that right now. I'm really good at making mistakes. All right, I got the 2. I had to put my extension on to reach that because I'm just a short fella. Ooh, and I know I do not want to shoot over top of that 6 ball. I'm probably going to end up using this bridge here because I can't reach that over top of the 6. But if I use the bridge, all I got to do is make the 4. Yeah, don't shoot nothing stupid, Josh. You're playing a national tournament. Use the bridge. Yeah, there you go. There you go, my buddy old pal. All right, now if I shoot this just nice and easy, I don't have to do anything with the cue ball. Just let the cue ball drift out here, and I'll be able to shoot the 6 next. Just trust that I can make that 6 ball is all I got to do. And if I don't like the 6, I could potentially shoot the 7, but I think the 6 is my next shot. Just make this. I don't have to do anything crazy. I kind of did something crazy. But that's okay. I mean, I've got plenty of opportunities from here. I could shoot the 7 next up in the corner. That's probably my best shot from here. Because honestly, I'm pretty straight on with it. I could do it as a stop shot, leave the cue ball here, shoot the 1 next, roll the cue ball up to the rail, shoot the 3 with right spin, and come back over and end on the 6. If you guys followed along with that, you were a real one. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of chicken scratch. All right, yeah, made the 7 with a stop shot. Now I can make the 1. I can either roll the cue ball up to this rail, or I can just stop it here and play this way from the shape on the 3. Probably looks like I'm doing a stop shot. You see me hitting below center. Yeah. Stop shot's fine. Now I'll make the 3 here with a, I wouldn't say bottom. I may use a little bottom, but mostly I just want the ball to stun on the rail and then spin out this way. So I am using a little bit of bottom, a left spin, just to make sure I wasn't drifting this way after the shot. Would have been nice, though, just to put some more left spin on it and have it come straight over this way. I mean, not that it matters too much, but now I have a slight angle. Should be able to make it, but again, you never know with me. Should doesn't mean I'm going to, you know. Definitely does not mean I'm going to. It just means I should, you know. Hey. All right, if I can clutch up this 6 ball without drifting to the bottom rail, which I did, then I should be winning this rack, and I'm about to be up 3-0 in a race to 5, guys, so it's looking good for your boy. But as you've noticed, by the time on this video, it's a long match. So, and I also told you up front that Tim plays well, and you will see. So, yeah, this match is far from over yet, guys. 3-0, good guys. I was going to say something else, but I decided to just say good guys, you know, because I'm rooting for myself here. So, of course, I'm rooting for myself. Not that Tim's a bad guy. Tim was actually a very good guy, which you will see more of that at the end of this video. You know, Tim's a good guy too, but for all extents and purposes, I'm the good guy when it comes to the score. Just kidding, Tim. Just kidding, bro. I hope Tim watches this video, man, because he's a good dude. Tim, if you watch this video, leave me a comment down below and let me know that you saw the video, because I'm pretty curious, man. Pretty curious. What am I shooting here? Am I shooting the 4 into the 11? I am shooting the 4 into the 11. And you notice I played it rail first. That way the 4 didn't block this pocket. If I would have played it straight in, there's a chance that 4 would have sat in this pocket. So I played it rail first. That way the 4 drifted out of the way. Now I can shoot this purple one. I think it's a 12 ball, if I want to, or I could shoot the 6. I could even come over here and shoot the 9. I like shooting the 6 if it goes past, or not the 6, the 14, if it goes past the 6, and drawing the cue ball over into here. That way I can shoot the 9 and just let the cue ball drift up into here for shape on the 10. I think that's what I'm doing here. Yep, drew it over. Straight's not bad here for the, I know normally you want an angle and pull, but in this instance, straight isn't too bad. I have a slight angle, which is even better, because that means when I hit this, I can bounce off the rail and just get the cue ball off the rail a little bit so I have full control. Then I can make the 10. There's a couple ways I could use top and come up this way and shape the 12. We'll see how I do it. Yeah, just stunned it, bounce off the rail a little bit, and now I get full control of the cue ball. I can use top, bottom, left, right. When you're on the rail, the only thing you can really use is top. You can use a little right or left, but all right, it looks like I'm going to draw. I'll probably draw back off the rail. Yeah, because I didn't want too much of an angle on that 12 ball shot, so I drew it all the way back off the rail. It's going to work. And I think instead of trying to get the cue ball up here, which would be dumb, I just leave the cue ball right in this area and cut the 15 in. Yep. That'll work. I almost missed that shot, though. I think that'll work. I think I've got plenty of space to make the 15. And if I use straight top, the cue ball should come down in this area. But realistically, I can make that 8 ball from anywhere over here. Anywhere in that area. So I'm well within the zone. In fact, I almost got perfectly straight on the 8, which is optimal. So guys, it looks like I'm going to go up to the hill, man, right off the bat. First 4 games, first 4 wins. Let's go, man. So you guys already know because I preferenced it. The tides are about to change, man. The tides, I've shot very well up until this point. And I'm not saying I start shooting bad, but if I win another game, the match is over. So you know I'm not going to win this one. We're going to get a chance to see Tim at work. For sure. Oh, and I scratched on the break, man. That was a little kiss of death with the scratch on the break. All right, Timmy Tim's coming to the table. He's got ball in hand behind the head string. That's how it works in tat. Behind that head string. He's got to put the cue ball up here somewhere. He knows that. He already put the cue ball, but he's assessing the table while he chalks his cue. He's figuring out his run out here, how he wants to attack this table of 8 ball. This good old-fashioned table of 8 ball. I feel like they should call it 15 ball maybe, you know, just like a 9 ball, there's only 9 balls. 10 ball, there's 10 balls. And 8 ball, there's actually 15 balls. It's weird. I get it though, because the objective is to make the 8 ball. So, all right, he's chosen a path. He rolled his first shot into the side. Now he's lined up for the 13. He'll probably shape this one next, which it looks like he did. Yeah, 10 ball. He's going to fire that one in. He'll probably just stop the cue ball there because the 9, I think, goes past that 14 with ease. Yep. Don't want to move the cue ball too much. I can't believe he missed that shot, guys. This is my opportunity to win the whole match right here. Right here. You know, it's my opportunity, and I have a good starter shot. Not the easiest rack in the world. If the 8 goes past the 15, this rack isn't horrible because I'm pretty sure that 5 ball goes. And once you move the 5, the 7 will go there. The 1 will either go there or here. 3 ball obviously can go there or down here. 4 ball in there, 2 ball up there, 6 ball up there or there. So, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity for me to finish this match. You guys already know, though. You already know it don't happen here, man. I already let the cat out of the bag. It's not going to happen here. Remember I said at the beginning of this, there's going to be some shots that frustrate you and I? They're coming up. They're coming up, man. Don't you worry. Shots are coming up. You better focus on the rest of the table before you focus on that 8 ball, Joshua. Little Timmy. What you doing over there, little Timmy? Oh, and if Tim that I'm playing, Merrill, watches this, he probably hasn't seen my other videos. Little Timmy isn't a reference to you, man. Little Timmy is a character that I reference in all of my videos, not just this one. I forgot his name was Tim, man. He might watch this and go, what the heck? He's calling me Little Timmy? That shot right there, man. That was a tough one, man. Not a tough shot, just a tough miss. You know, I shouldn't have missed it, but that one's okay. I mean, I can swallow that miss. It happens. That happens, man. All right, Mr. Merrill back at the table, chalking his cue, figuring out what he wants to do here. He's assessing the table again. I think his good starter is either the 10 ball or the 9 in the side. Probably the 10 ball. He also could come over here and shoot the 14 get the 15 out of the way, and that way when he comes back down table off the 9 or whatever, he'll have an easy shape on that 10. Yeah, he's doing it that way. I like that. I like this pattern a lot. He's going to make the 15 next, and he will probably take his medicine and shoot the 10 ball next. He's on the rail, so he doesn't want to do two. Oh, he's going to draw. He's going to make me eat my words. He's going to move the cue ball around. Oh, he's going to bump the 8. I'm not 100% certain he meant to bump the 8, and it may put him in trouble. I think the only shot he can shoot right now is that 9 ball up in the corner. Now, if he does that with top, his cue ball should come this way, something like that. And I think he'll have a good shot on that 10 ball. He's going to play a safety, it looks like. Smart shot, man. And a good safe, you know. No use forcing it. I mean, you got the advantage in this rack. You had a great safety opportunity, and you locked me up. So good job there, man. Good job there. I don't like it, Tim, but it was a nice shot, you know. I'm not going to say I love it because it was a good hook. And we're not going to be able to see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to graze the 5 and try to set him back here on this rail. That's my goal. I didn't do very well at it. That's tough, man. I didn't want to move the balls around too much. I'm glad I separated my 5-7. Chances are I'm not going to get another shot here. So it really doesn't matter, you know. I needed to try to put him somewhere tough. If I would have left him right behind his own ball there, that would have been pretty good. You know, right behind his own ball. Because then I don't think he would have shot that combo up table. Now he's got a good look at the 10. He's going to roll it forward. He's going to take the 9 next. Likely, he's going to take the 9 next. Just draw back a little bit to here. And then his challenge here is how he gets on the 8. So after this 12 ball, he's got a couple options. He could use top with inside and come this way over in here for the 8. He could also, depending on the shape he gets, come off the rail and kind of bump the 7, move the 7 and leave the cue ball here. What else could he do? If he's real brave, he could just try to draw up into this gap here, but that's tough, man. All right, he's got too much angle, I think, to use the follow method that I was talking about. Perhaps he can follow around and hit the 1 and shoot the 8 here, but chances are he's going to use straight stun and just come over and hit the 7. It's a scary shot, and there's a lot that can go wrong because he could bump the 7 and get behind the 5. He could push the 7 into the 8. Of course, he did it perfect. Nice shot. Nice shot, man. Nice shot, man. You know? I just wrote that song. Practically a musical genius. I know. Don't worry, guys. I'll be here all week. All right, he's going to make this 8, put himself up 1 game. So he's on the board. There will be no shutout here. Tim says, not today. Now, Tim's break. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, that cue ball jumped all over the place, man. Is he going to make a ball? I think it's a dry break, man. I think his break is dry, so I get yet another opportunity to win this match, guys. I get another opportunity to win this match here. I'm assessing the table, figuring out which balls I want to take and how I want to play this. This is kind of a cluttered up rack. I know it's not like super impossible for sure. I like stripes, I think, a little better than solids because this 12 goes here, the 9 goes here, 11 goes here. This combo will go, and it's not extremely difficult, but I could also get the right shape on the 9 and come over here, shoot the 10 that way. There's just more options for stripes than there is solids. I think the 13-14 combo will go. So yeah, stripes are better here, I think. And I'm starting with the 9. And I moved the 5 to give myself a look at the 11. Or maybe, I don't know for sure if that'll go. I was going to say maybe I could shoot that 10 in the side pocket, but I can't even draw a straight line to it, so it probably won't go. I'm probably just going to drift this up here, maybe shoot the combo next. Yep, or I could shoot the 10 ball next. I could take the 10 down and then come up this way with the cue ball. Problem with that is it's going to move the 2 ball up into this mix and make that harder. So I like the combo here, and then maybe another combo right after that. You never know. Never can tell about these things, you know what I mean? Never can tell. So, all right, so I'm going to start with a 13-14 combo. That was struck well. The first ball hit the second ball dead center. That's why the 13 rolled perfectly straight after the 14. And it's actually in a good position. I know it's hard to tell from this angle, but I'm pretty sure I can make that 13 from like here. If not, I was just looking to see if I could make it up past the 8. I can shoot this combo next. I don't hate it. And maybe, I can't tell if I can see that or not past the 3, but I wouldn't mind shooting that one right there. This one. Was that the 12? I'm going with the combo. Nice and easy. I don't want the 15 to get away from me. I want the 15 to hold up. Yep. Now, I looked earlier. If that 13 goes up past the 8, I like taking that and rolling the cue ball up to here. And if I can roll the cue ball up to here, my next shot's going to be that 12 into the side, and I can follow the cue ball off the rail and back over here for the 15, guys. There's a good potential to get out here if the 13 goes past the 8. Good potential to get out. I'm not 100% certain that 13 passes the 8, though. That 8's off the rail a bit. You can see it. So who knows, man. Am I going to just draw off this and come straight back for the 13, or am I trying to spin up this way for something? Let's see. All right, straight back over. I don't like this, man. Unless I can see that 12, this is going to be real tough. So it must be that the 13 just didn't go cleanly past the 8. Otherwise, I should have shot it last shot. Even though it was over top of that other ball, I still should have shot it because all I had to do was roll the cue ball up to about here. Maybe even about here would have been good. Made the 12, send the cue ball following the 12 anywhere in this area, and I could have shot that. All right, I'm shooting at the 13. I must be putting it in the side because I don't think it goes past the 8. Yep. Okay, hey, I ended up pretty good shape here. All I got to do is make that now. It's still a touchy shot. I got to put draw on it, but not enough to scratch. And I also can't hit it too hard because my cue ball could bounce. So I'm looking at carom. I'm going to try to make the 12 with center ball and just let the cue ball drift down and hit the 1. Then I should have a shot. Excuse me, on the 8. But again, this is touchy, man. It's touchy, especially in a high-pressure situation. You know, you're playing, I think it's my second or third round into the tournament. And once you qualified into a bracket, I think there was only like 6 rounds to the finals. So I'm getting pretty deep into the tournament at this point, and I missed the shot, man. I was more focused on hitting the 1 ball than making the shot, and that one is one that'll hurt. That frustrates me, seeing myself do that, guys. That's frustrating right there. Because I should have won this match right there on that shot. Yep. We should be shaking hands right now. Instead, he's at the table figuring out his run out and trying to get another game on the board, man. Yeah. All I can do is shake my head, guys. You know, but it happens. I'm not perfect. I'm no professional. In fact, I'm the opposite of that. I'm an amateur. I miss a ton of shots. You know, I can make good outs, I can make good shots, but I can also miss easy stuff, man, as you can see there. Give me that same setup, and I'm going to do it 10 times out of 10 times with no pressure on the line. You know, but when you add some pressure and you know it's the game-winning shot, it becomes a little bit tricky, man. And that's what happened to me there. I folded. I caved. I caved under the pressure like a little chump. All right, Tim's taking it nice and easy. He's hitting his shots slow and smooth. He's not trying to force anything, which is how you want to play on these diamond tables. You know, you don't really want to smash them unless you have to. He could have came over a little further onto this side and shot the 4 that way. Now he's got a little bit of a tricky shot. Yeah, I mean, he can still do it. He's going to shoot the 4 with draw and just send the cue ball over into this area somewhere. But now it's a lot tougher to reach, yeah. A lot tougher to reach and a shot he can miss. He might stun up off the rail too, yeah. Stunned it up off the rail. I like the draw because look how close he is to his 5 now for that cut. If he would have drew off that shot, he would have ended up over into here and he would have had way better shot on that 5. Nevertheless, I think he'll probably make this. Yep, he did make it. And now he's got the 3. He can either shoot the 3 here or there, I think. And either way he can shape. If he shoots it this way, he just wants a little bit of stun and get the cue ball up here. If he shoots it the other way, same thing, but he just wants to hit it harder. Yeah, good shot there. Nice finesse. Good shape on the 6. He'll just use a little right spin to come off this rail and back down into this area for the 8. I mean, anywhere down in here, he can make that 8 ball, no problem. Yeah, he did good with that. All right, he'll mark this pocket, and he's going to put his second game up on the board, and that was a big error on my part. That last ball I missed before that, I could swallow that. Wasn't the easiest shot in the world. That out right there, the ball before the 8 ball, that one hurts my soul. You know what I mean? Hurts my soul, hurts me to my core. Now it's 2-4. He's only 2 games behind now, guys. You know, just like that, he caught up. Well, not completely caught up. Oh, is the 8 going to go? Whew. I saw that 8 ball flying. The 13 fell, though, so he still gets to shoot. That 8 ball was flying this way and then bounced off that rail. That'll pucker you up, man, when you see your opponent break and the 8 ball's flying around. But I guess it would have only been fair. I broke the 8 ball on him. I mean, if he would have broke it back on me, then, you know, we'd have been a couple broke backs. Just kidding. Just a joke. It's a family channel. There ain't no broke backs around here. We don't do that broke back on this channel, guys. We just don't do it, man. It's just not us. You know what I'm saying? It's not us. Anyway, back to the match. Good chat. Stop distracting me, guys. We got a match to watch here, and it's a good match. So stop distracting me. We got stuff to talk about other than broke back. All right. I'm done being awkward and uncomfortable. Back to the match. Oh, boy. All right, let's see what Tim's going to do here. He's eyeballing the 6 ball, I think, or the 6-2 combo. I'm not sure why he would shoot that unless he just can't see the 2 clean. He did shoot it. I thought he could see the 2 clean, or maybe he thought that was a good opportunity to send the cue ball over here and open up the 3 and 5. That's the only thing I could think of, man. He's going to safe me again, probably. He's got good opportunities here for a safe. I just don't know what he's going to do. If he could shoot the 3 all the way up, too. I think that might be what he's doing. Yeah, he tried. He nicked the 9 ball, though, and he left me an opportunity yet again to win this match, albeit this isn't the best opportunity in the world. I've got clutter here. I've got the problem with the 11 ball being tough to get to, but I'm going to try my best to get out here, man, and we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. We'll be right back.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change.
And we're back. That was quick little commercial break, guys. It's only 7 seconds long. That's why I love that commercial. It doesn't eat up too much of your time. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate you spending it watching this video, man. So I don't want to take any more of it than I need to, but I still got to pay the bills somehow. So if you want Short Rail merch, check out the link in the description or just go to shortrail.com. We got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, you know, sweatshirts, phone cases, coffee mugs, all types of stuff, man. Short Rail branded. So if you're a pool player, man, check out Short Rail, which I'm sure you're a pool player. You wouldn't be watching this video. You know what I mean? Do it. Check out Short Rail. All right, it's enough advertisements now. Let's see if I can get out here, man. Let's see if I can get out here. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I see I can play the 15 off of the 12. Push the 12 into the 9, open the 9-12 up. That 12 may not clear completely when I do that. Am I shooting this with top left to try to come into him? I did shoot it with a little top left. Am I looking at this combo maybe? I don't know if the 12's on the rail or not. That's what I'm looking at now. If the 12's not on the rail, I could potentially shoot that combo. That's what I called. That's what I called, guys. It's getting dramatic. This shot right here is crazy. I probably shouldn't shoot that. You know, I probably shouldn't shoot it. If I could shoot that soft enough and just leave the cue ball right here, can I then come around and make the 11 rail first, I wonder? I wonder. And if I make this shot, we may find out. Tough shot, man, but it went. I know it wasn't easy for sure. That was not an easy shot. Now the 9 ball is going to give me a little problem. If I could make the 11 with a stop shot, the cue ball drifts over here just a little bit, and then maybe I can come rail first and make that 11, and the cue ball may come around this way, and I might be able to shoot the 9, guys. There is a small opportunity to get out here, but it's not easy, and that's why I'm taking so much time with it. This is not simple, for sure. This is not simple by any means, man. What am I measuring up here? It's so difficult that I'm going to play a safety, I guess. I like myself trying to go for it there. I know it's not an easy out, but if I can kick safe here and get behind the 11 like that, it's not bad. This is actually a pretty good shot. And that puts the 11 in front of the 5. So now instead of making the 11 rail first, I should be able to cut the 11 from anywhere over in this area. Anywhere over in this area, I should be able to cut the 11 straight down table. So I don't hate that play. I think it's a pretty good play. The only problem is I left him one good shot. And honestly, that's all he needs is one shot. He can play a shape off that. I'd probably follow this and try to move the 11-7. Oh, he played safe back. I wish you wouldn't have done that, Tim. I worked hard to get that 11 ball out of trouble, and then you just stick it right back into trouble, bro. That ain't no fair, you know?
That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice.
What she said, man. That was not very nice. That wasn't very nice, you know? You know? Not a fan of that shot, Tim. It was a good shot, though. It was the right play for you. Unless you could have fired that 5 ball in with top and opened up your 7. Then you could have just ran out and beat me, and I would have never got another chance at the table. Now, you're taking a chance that I might kick something in, and if I can kick something in, maybe I can get out, but I doubt it, man. If I kick the 15 in and the cue ball ends up right here, I may be able to come off the 9 into the 7 and bank the 9 over here into this pocket. I mean, it's a lot to ask, right? But what else do I got? Oh, I think I can see the 15 right now. If I can make the 15 and just draw over here, then I could possibly shoot that bank on the 9. No, I got something different in mind. I'm going up and around. Oh, the combo. Am I going to play the triple ball? I am. I called it right away, man. I already seen it. I was focused in, man. I was focused in this match for sure. That's a pretty good way to play it, honestly. I didn't even see it here. And it's funny because I'm the one who played it this way, but watching this back, I forgot I played it this way, and I didn't even see that shot. But if this goes, there's a good chance I'm out. I'm out. Yeah. Oh, look at the shape too, man. All I got to do is make that 9 in there. The 8's tough because the 4's blocking it from that way, and I think the 6 is blocking it from that way. But that 6 is far enough off the rail. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe I can come off the rail, off the 6. Nothing but net, you know? Perhaps. Perhaps I can do that, man. But that means I can't just roll this in because my cue ball is going to be over here. I have to try to like draw out of this shot and come around or play enough follow to hit the rail and back out. I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, but it's all I got. I am going to roll it in. No, I'm just going to miss it, you know. Man, I usually don't like play. Yeah, I'm upset with myself, as I should be. You should be upset with yourself, Josh. That was horrible. That's what the Spanish call el horrible, bro. That means the horrible. That means the horrible, bro. That was, oh. That's my second disgusting shot, man, that really frustrates me watching it back. Second time. I should have put this match to bed already, you know, and here I am fighting with Tim to try to survive another round. Tim's going to play another safety on me, you know. If anything, he's a smart player, man. All that 5 ball came up and locked me up good. I don't even think I can see. You see me tap the table right here? I was just telling him, nice shot, you know. I tapped the table. I said, nice shot, Tim. I hate it, but you did well. So the only thing I can do here is kick this way with right spin and try to make the 9 in the side. That's the only thing I can do. Right now I'm looking at 3 rails, which is crazy because that's not going to line up to hit the 9. I got it. I don't know. That 5's blocking me pretty good, and the cue ball's on the rail, which means I can only use top, which means my right spin is not going to take very good off of this bottom rail. So this is a tall order no matter which way I slice it, man. It was a good safety. Well, that 5 ball is what made it a good safety. The 5 ball came back over and is blocking me up. If that 5 ball wasn't there, I think I could probably just come straight up and hit that ball. Maybe even have a chance to cut it into this pocket. I don't think I can hit it now, though. What am I doing? Oh, I hit the 5. Yeah, I was trying to kick as close to the 5 as I could, or maybe I hit it with my stick. I was pointing to it. I was telling him where I moved it from. That tells me that I hit it with my stick instead of the cue ball because I was giving him an option to move it back. Not that it matters either way. It's ball in hand. I didn't hit my 9 ball. So it's ball in hand either way. He knows that he's taking it. He's going to shoot the 7 down here. What's he going to shape next? Is he just going to come out here and then start working on these up table? Or is he going to follow this down this way and then start with the 1 to come up table? I think I stun this out to here and take the easier shot on the 6, then make the 5. You could shape this way off the 5 for the 3 ball. Or maybe even the 4. I don't know if it goes past the 8 that way or not. But if it doesn't, you just shoot the 3 here like that and then roll the cue ball up here, shoot the 4 there from this area. And from this area, when you shoot the 4, you can just roll the cue ball up here. And then you got the 1, draw back, 8 in the side. Or you can punch forward and shoot the 8 in the corner. Yeah, he's out here. If I were a betting man, I would be willing to bet he's out here and he's going to get within 1 rack. It's going to be 3 to 4 here in just a second, man. And it's highly disappointing for a gentleman such as myself, man. Highly disappointing. This is a long one. I usually like editing these down so they're not so long, but this being a national tournament match, I feel like it just deserves to be in full, untouched instead of editing out in between shots because you really get to feel the pressure when you can watch how long it's taking people to think and shoot, man. You can really feel the pressure in the match a little better anyway. When you're editing out the in-between shots and it's just shot after shot after shot, you kind of get the feeling that it's easy for them, right? But when you're watching them think and look at the table and measure shots, then you really get the feeling that they're focused in and there's a lot of pressure on the match. All right. I mean, he's got the shape on the 5. It's not ideal because his cue ball is going to want to run this way. It's such a thin hit, but yeah, that's what I was going to say next. He could always shoot the 4 down here. It's a good shot, but I mean, if he misses, he's going to sell out. So he just needs to make sure to clutch up and not miss this one. Or get perfectly behind the 8 ball, you know. I don't know. Was he playing the safe? Was he playing the shot? Was he playing the 2-way? Hard to tell. And personally, I think he got a little lucky, bumped into the 8 and left me hooked. You know, which happens. It's part of the game, man. I just called it there in this pocket. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm probably just kicking 1 rail at it, I guess, man, trying to cut it in. That's a hard way to do it. But the other option is to come down here like this, but the 4 ball may be in the way for me to do that. And that's a tough angle to figure out off that 2 rail. So I think probably 1 rail. I'm either going to hit here with spin or I'm going to hit here with the opposite spin. Looks like I'm going to hit above the side pocket with a little bit of right spin. Oh, so close, man. I wish the camera would have gave that justice because I was millimeters from making that ball. I just missed it. If I would have clipped it another 3 millimeters to the side, I would have made that ball. Now, if this were horseshoes, bro, I would have scored a point for sure. If it were hand grenades, I would have won, you know. But we're not playing horseshoes and hand grenades, bro. We're playing pool. You know, almost doesn't count. All right, gave him another ball in hand. I'm willing to bet he gets out this time, you know. It's hard to say. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get out last time, but this one's a lot easier. He's going to start with a combo, which is curious. I mean, usually I recommend people not starting with a combo with ball in hand, but he feels pretty comfortable with it. That's the problem there. Look where that one ball ended up. I'm not saying he can't get to it, but now it's a lot tougher than it needs to be. He could have started with this ball. He could have put his ball in hand here, made this ball, and just drifted the cue ball up to the rail and shot the one-up table. There's a lot of different ways he could have played it there rather than the combo. He'll probably still get out because he's got a good angle here. He'll draw with spin and get the cue ball down this way. Yeah. Yep. He got down on that one ball very well. He didn't have to do that, though, I'm telling you. If he wouldn't have played that combo first shot, he wouldn't have had to move the cue ball so much. But nevertheless, it's going to work out for him. He's going to either stun this straight up or follow it 2 rails. One of the two. He followed it 2 rails. Oh, he may go a little bit too high. He did. He went high enough. If he was here, the shot would have been real tough. But since he ended up here, now I think it's cutting the sides pretty easy. So he's about to go up to 3, man. And I've been sitting on 4 since before he had a game, man. It's getting pretty maddening for a gentleman such as myself, man, you know. I need to put this one to bed. It's getting late. Papa's got to sleep. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. He made that ball. Good shot. Good shot, Tim. All right, we're 3-4 now, man. If he makes one more, we're hill. If he makes one more, we're hill. It's a good break, but he scratched. He scratched. It's another opportunity, man. It's not a horrible looking table. The only problem I see on this table is right here, the 213. So I just got to figure out a good plan. I could take stripes. I like taking stripes here because off the 9 or the 10, I feel like I could break this 13 out. So if I start with stripes, so what's that look like? I start up here, maybe shoot the 15, and then maybe shoot the 9 with draw, because when I shoot the 15, I could end up in here. Shoot the 9 with draw, get the cue ball over here. Then I got the angle to make the 9 and send the cue ball into the 13. Only problem is when I send the cue ball in the 13, that 2 is going to come over here and probably hit the 11. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So it's risky, of course. I mean, you're always taking a risk when you break something out. It's hard to determine exactly what's going to happen. But if I want to get out here, man, I think this is a risk I need to take. All right, instead of drawing it, I just followed it up. Same result, though. I wouldn't hate moving that 11 ball out of the way, shooting the 11 ball now. That way, when I do break out this 13, I don't have to worry about the 2 locking up with my 11 ball. You know what I mean? I don't want that 2 bumping uglies with my 11 ball, bro, you know? So that's why I'm going to shoot the 11 first. I like this decision. I like it. All right. Now I came out for the 10, but I'm on the rail, so I can't draw off the 10. Now I don't necessarily want to shoot this because if I shoot the 10 now, then I'm going to run into the 9. I'm going to push the 9 over here, and I'm not going to have a breakout ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if I change my course and come up table to shoot that 12 ball first. I wouldn't be surprised. Or if I can cut the 9 in like that without scratching up here, which is a tall task, I might take that shot. If I take the 10 and move the 9, then my outs here is going to be yeah, it looks like I called the 9. I'm hoping probably to make the 9 and maybe just send the cue ball up into the 13, but that doesn't give me a whole lot afterwards. This is tough, man. I made it tough on myself. Yeah, I did. I came up and hit the 7. I mean, I could technically still cut this ball. That's what I'm looking at. I could still cut it in. It's just pretty tough from there, man. My cue ball is going to be flying like this, and who knows exactly where it's going to end up. I don't know exactly where it's going to end up. Oh, I'm going to try to bank it instead. This doesn't help me a ton either because then my cue ball is going to come this way. Oh, what am I going to do here? Oh, I can shoot this way with top and run into the 13. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I missed it. And I had the breakout too. I think I could have cut the 13 in there. I don't know. It would have been tough, man, but at least I would have had a chance. That's a bummer. I tried like heck. I said heck. You know, it's a family channel. I tried like heck to get out, man. I wanted to get out there, man. Tim sure does like standing in front of my camera, man. Tell you that, Tim. No camera awareness. Granted, it's not his job to have awareness. His job is to play this game, right? He just gave permission to record. He doesn't care if it gets recorded well. Oh, man. Oh, man. Someone's texting me. Who's that? No one important. No one important, guys. All right, Tim's trying to go to work here, man. He got a little out of shape here. I think he can, if he wants to, of course he can make the 1, but then the cue ball is going to go into the 5. He may not want to do that. He may opt to shoot the 5 first and send the cue ball this way and come back around for the 1. Or he may opt to shoot the 2 ball. Shite. He may opt to shite the 2 ball. I don't know. I said shite, bro. It's not even a real word. Don't give me that family channel crap. All right, he took the 5. That's a smart shot. Ooh, is he going to scratch? Wow, man. That was pretty unlucky where that ended up. Now he either has a real tough cut on this 2 ball, or he's got to shoot the 1 on a back cut and let the cue ball drift into the 12. And who knows where it's going to go after that. It'll probably go all around like this. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. Bro, it's not going to do that. Just kidding, man. Oh, you thought that was for real? I was just joking around. I was just joking around, man. Can he make the 6? I don't think so. He's going to shoot the 2, or he's going to play a safe and send the cue ball down here. Yeah, it looks like safety. Safety for him. That's a good shot. I'm going to jump, though. I can tell you right now, I'm going to jump this one. I'm trying to make that in the side. That's really all I got here is a jump. Yeah, grab your jump cue, Josh. Get your jump cue, bro. You got work to do. The work is not done yet, man. And not only that, he blocked my 13 back up. Tim, we had to talk about this a few racks ago, man. When I work hard to break a ball out, it's not fair you put it right back in. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't very nice.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice, you know? Just stop doing that, my man. All right, let's see if I can make this jump shot. If I can, there's still no, I mean, it's still very tough for me to get out, but I at least need to make a good hit here. Because if I don't make a good hit, giving him ball in hand, he's going to be able to break his 2 out real easy. Not that it's going to be hard for him anyway. If he gets shape over in here, he'll make the 6 and just come into the 2. But I've got to make a good hit here, man. Don't want to make it easier for him than I need to. I need to try to make the ball. Yeah, it was a good hit. And I definitely tried to make the ball, but couldn't do it. You know, I just couldn't. I tried my best, Mom. Mama, I tried. You know, I tried my best, Mama. I just couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, guys. We're getting delirious here. This is a long match. This is a long match with a crazy ending. We only got a couple minutes left, though, man. So we'll see what happens here. There's about 10 minutes left in this match. And I'm going to explain, because the ending is not going to be obvious to you guys, man. I'm going to have to explain to you guys what happened here at the end. I've never seen anything like this in my 25 years playing pool or whatever. Never seen anything like it, man. The ending's pretty crazy. And I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. So we'll tell you about it here in a minute. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know, we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right, he's got to figure out the 2. If he can figure out the 2, he's out. Oh, he's going to get perfect shape on the 6 here. Well, maybe not perfect, but close to enough. Oh, maybe he can just cut the 2 straight into the side? I don't think so. Maybe he plays the combo from this angle. He's looking at the combo. If he plays the combo, he's got a good angle to just roll the cue ball into the 2. If he were up here a little more, I'd say he'd play the 6 straight in, but I think the combo is the best course of action from this angle. And he'll just hit it with top and break the 2 out pretty easy. Yeah. Yep, good shot, man. Ooh, a little tough on the leave, though. A little tough on the leave. I don't know if he's going to come all the way up or if he's going to go to the side. Either shot is a little tough because his cue ball is so close to the object ball, man. Makes it tough. It's a tough shot for anybody. Oh, we're not even going to get to see it? Oh, okay, there we go. We can see it a little bit now. Yeah, he's going for the side, it looks like, on that angle. And he just measured up whether or not he wants to shoot it this way instead. Either way is a tough shot. I like the side, though, because he can just run into the 13, and he'll have a shot on the 6. He doesn't have to worry too much about where the cue ball is going. Oh, he put draw on it, and now he left himself. So he put draw on that. When he hit the 13, he had draw with left, and off of the 13, that draw left kind of shot the cue ball over. If he would have just stunned, I think he would have hit the 13 and just maybe ended up right in here. And he would have had a decent back cut on that 6. Now he's got a tough shot. He's either going to have to safe me again or try to bank this in. And what does the safety look like? The safety looks like him just banking the 6 to here and leaving the cue ball over here. That's what the safety looks like. As long as he blocks me from that 13 up the rail, it'll be a good save. Yep, like that. He blocked that 13 up the rail, so now I don't have a shot. I really need to try to make a good hit on this one. If I can do something like this, and hit that ball and just let the cue ball drift down into here, I might be able to safe him back. Oh, I can see it clean? Can I see it clean? I can see it clean. Okay, so I can safe him back. All right, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with Crisco, baby. Cooking with Crisco. And for you younger generation, Crisco is a lard that Granny used to use to fry eggs and stuff, you know. I'm sure they make other products too, but. All right, he's going to kick safe. He's going to try to kick safe at this 6 ball. Nice speed. If he hits it, he'll get me safe. Ooh, I don't know if that hit the rail first. I think it probably did. Yeah, it must have hit the rail first, man. Oh, I mean the ball first before the rail, but either way, I'm not. I mean, if I didn't call for a referee and it was too close for me to tell, then I'm not going to try to take ball in hand on something like that. So in this case, I think I'm just going to try to push a 6 up there. Yeah, I might have hit it a little bit too hard, though. I might have hit it a little bit too hard. I was trying to lock his 6 up to the 13, but I might have left enough gap where he can come down and shoot this ball. We'll have to see what he does, man. This is tricky, man. This is the part of tournaments I love, man. You know there's pressure on both sides. Your adrenaline's racing a little bit. Your heart's pumping. You got to breathe a little, calm yourself down. Make sure you focus on your fundamentals. Take your shots. And it's a battle, man, because he's doing the same thing I'm doing, you know. He feels the same way I feel. It's a battle, man, who can hold it together and shoot the best. I love big tournaments for this reason. I love them. You know, I live for that stuff. No, just kidding. I mean, I don't live for it, but I'd like doing it. All right. He did take the shot. Oh, he missed the shot. This is it. Game over. Game over, guys. You know. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing else here. I will say one thing here. I wish I would have used left spin and came this way instead of trying to use bottom and avoid hitting that ball. Because look what I did. I was using bottom to try to avoid hitting that ball, but I clipped whatever ball that I just shot up there. I clipped it too thin, so my bottom didn't take, and it was just kind of spinning lazily off the rail and bumped into that ball. Now, I'm screwed. I screwed myself. I went from an easy win, 3 ball out, to being screwed, man. You know? No Vaseline, no dinner first. Just a good old-fashioned screwing, you know? I said screwing, man. If that's not family friendly, then I apologize. You know, could have said much worse. I went for the bank and missed it. Yeah, I should have called it 2 rails there. Check that out. Should have called a 2-rail bank. Man, that's the last of the real frustrating shots that I was talking about at the beginning of this match. There's 3 of them there, man. I had 3 opportunities to win this match, and messed them up, man. All 3 of them. All 3 of them. And now he's going to come back, and we're going to go hill and make this very dramatic. You know what I mean? We're going to make it as dramatic as possible here, guys. You know, a little hill action. After I was up 4-0, we're going to go hill here. You know, That's what I feel like, man. All right, this is it. Final rack for all the marbles, boys and girls. Cast your votes. Who wins this thing? You know, cast your votes down below. I may have given it away already. I'm not 100% certain if I actually said something to give it away. But cast your votes anyway. Who wins, bro? Don't cheat. Wait till the end and then comment. Comment now. Let me know. All right, Tim broke. Let's finish this last one announcer style. Tim broke off the rack. He's got a great layout here. No balls touching each other. I think he's got a good way to get out and win this match. Josh is sure kicking himself for missing that last run out. I know that. All right, Tim's got a little stretch here. He's going after the 11 ball. He cuts it inside beautifully, bumps the 3 a little bit, and I think he's on the 10 or he's on the 13. Either way, I think he has a shot here, and I think he's going to be okay. He's pointing to something. He's not happy about it. Timmy, little Timmy. I was trying to think of someone else I could talk to, like I was announcing with another person, but I realized there's nobody here. You know, it's just me. All right, he's going to shoot the 10 ball. Oh, he missed. He missed the 10 ball. So this is it, guys. This is my chance. My chance. I am solids, though, and that 6 ball right there, I'm looking at it right off the bat. You see, that's the first thing I gravitate to. I'm looking at that 6, how I can get to it, because everything else here is pretty wide open. So I need to know how I can get to that 6 ball. And I was looking at the gap up here. If I get this little gap, can I make the 6 all the way down in the I was going to say side, but it's actually a corner pocket, bro. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to start with the 7. Start with the 7. Really doesn't matter what pattern I pick right now, as long as I do it and do it well. 5 ball next, okay. I don't mind taking the 4 first either before the 5. I don't hate that. But I don't mind leaving the 4 either until a little bit later in the rack. I'm playing the 5 with a jacked up cue. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay. Now I can shoot the 4 if I want. Or I could come up table and shoot the 1 into the side and let the cue ball come down and smash open the 6. Problem with that is I'm not just going to move my ball. I'm going to move his 9 and his 13 and maybe the 10. And I don't know if I'm going to clutter something else back up. So I would avoid trying to move that around if I can help it. You know, as you'll notice, I'll try to play more shape than smash. And when I'm playing a big tournament like this especially. Last thing I want to do is break out a problem ball just to create 2 more problem balls. You know what I mean? All right, I got the 3 ball. Can I roll forward and maybe get to the back side of the 6 here? That's what I'm doing. Oh, I tried. If I would have bumped into that 9, I think the 6 would have went past that 10 ball into the side pocket. But I didn't quite get there, man. All right, you see, guys, this is where all the drama starts, okay? Let me pause it for a second. I'm calling the 6 into this side pocket, okay? It's all we need to know for now. Let's watch and see what happens here. Keep an eye on whether or not this is a good hit, okay? Because that's where the main question comes into play, whether or not this is a good hit. Contact is good. 6 ball bounced off a rail. Okay? So, here's where the drama comes into play. He comes up to me and he says, I don't think that was a good hit. You didn't hit a rail. And we're talking about it right now. And I said to him, I think it was a good hit, but honestly, I'm not 100% certain. I wasn't watching anything really except for to see if the 6 was going to fall in. I didn't even remember if the 6 hit the rail there or not. I told him I thought it was a good hit, but I wasn't 100% certain. So he wasn't questioning the hit itself. He was questioning whether there was a rail contact after the hit. So finally I said, listen, man, you know, we weren't arguing about it. Like I said, he was a real nice guy. We weren't arguing. We were just discussing it. He says, I think it was a bad hit. And I said, well, I'm not 100% certain, to be honest with you. I don't want to cheat you. You know, I said, if you think it was a bad hit, if you feel like it was a bad hit, you take ball in hand. And that's where I left it with him. And then I sat down and I left it up to him, man. You know. Now, Tim, being the good guy he is, takes ball in hand because in his mind he thought it was a bad hit. So he's going to take ball in hand here and he's going to finish the match. But it gets more in-depth than that, guys. Give it a second. Let's just watch. Let's just watch. Yeah, so he's unsure what to do here. I mean, realistically, he could just play it from here. I mean, he's got a shot on the 14. He could play it from here without taking ball in hand. If neither of us are sure, you know, and we were both honest, we said, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain. And he flat out told me, he said, I know the cue ball or the other ball didn't hit a rail. The only one I don't know about is a 6. And I said, honestly, I don't know. I was watching for the 6 to drop, not necessarily hit a rail. So I'm not 100% certain. I said, if you think it's ball in hand, you take it. And as you see there, he took his ball in hand, right? So he's going to finish here, and he's going to try to run these out. 13. 13, he's got the 9 now. I mean, he's got ball in hand, right, from his last shot, so he should be able to get out here. Makes the 9, comes over for the 14. Now he's going to make this 14 with a little bottom and a little left spin to come back down into this area to shoot the 10 next. He's waiting on someone from the other table over there. I just seen him look over. He was waiting on them to get out of his way so he could take a shot, I think. Yep, here he goes. Little bottom, little left. You can see where he's hitting the cue ball. Yep, good shot. He's dead on the 10. All he's got to do is roll this in. He doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Cue ball's going to end up in here. Yep. Now he plays the 15. He's just going to use a little top and come this way out here for the 8. So pretty simple out. And had he not taken ball in hand there, I think he still could have gotten out. It just wasn't as simple. He would have had to back cut that 14 to start. The cue ball would have had to come back and forth. And he, like I said, he probably would have gotten out, but we don't know because he didn't do that. He took ball in hand. So after he makes this 8 ball, which he does make the 8 ball, guys, after he makes this 8 ball, he comes up to me and says, man, you know, I feel bad. And I said, well, why'd you take ball in hand? He said, because I think it was a bad hit. And I said, well, here's what we'll do. So he comes up to me. We're talking right here. I said, here's what we'll do. And he says it. He says, let's grab your camera, watch it back, and if it was a good hit, I'll give you that game. So in other words, he's putting, like I said, complete gentleman here, dude. He's putting everything on the line and saying, I didn't want to take ball in hand if it wasn't a bad hit, so let's watch the camera back, and if it was a good hit, you win this match. Guys, we already know it was a good hit, so we know what happens from here, right? We grab the camera down. Tim, you're a real guy for this too, man. Not too many people would do that. You know, he felt bad. But what I don't understand is, if he wasn't 100% certain, why did he take ball in hand? He could have just played it from there and there would have been no discrepancies. He would have, I mean, he could have beat me without any question about it. You know, he could have beat me and not felt bad or nothing. But then he decided to go to the tape. And when we went to the tape, sure enough, it showed it was a good hit. So he said, good match, man. You deserve it. You played well. Realistically, he played well too. I mean, I played well for the first 4 games. He played well for the next 4 games. You know, it was a great match, great battle, and I have much respect for him for doing the right thing there, man. Much respect, Tim, for doing. In fact, hit the comments with W Tim, respect for Tim. I can't believe he did that in a national tournament match, to say the least. He was willing to put it up there and say, listen, if I was wrong, it's your match. And that's the way it happened, guys. So I didn't feel good about it either after the fact. After we watched it back and saw it was a good hit, I didn't feel good about it. He didn't feel good about it. So neither of us really left that match as a winner, man. You know what I'm saying? We both shot great too, and it's crazy how that ended. I've never seen anything like that in my life. But it is what it is, man. And I moved on to the next round. And to make things worse, I lost in the next round, guys. I didn't record that match. I live streamed the next match. It was getting late at the night, and I didn't have any more camera batteries that were charged on me. So I was going to live stream that last match, because if I won the last match after that one, then I would have went into the semifinals, I think. and it would have been the next day, so I would have had fresh batteries and all that. So, but that's it, man. That was it for my tournament life at National Tap Tournament, man. I went out 5th, 6th, made it to the quarterfinals. That's in the platinum bracket, which is the highest bracket you can get into for my skill level 6. But I just couldn't clutch it up, man. And Tim, you're a real guy. I appreciate you letting me record. Thanks for doing the right thing there at the end. I know neither of us felt great about it, man. But I sure hope to play you again in the future, man, because you're a hell of a shot and a great guy. Everybody out there, thanks for watching, man. I can't say how much I appreciate you guys. You guys already know, and if you don't, then I'm sorry, man. But I've got much love for everybody who watches. You guys have been helping me grow tremendously. I've only been doing this a little over 2 years, 2.5 years or so. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subs, so if you would, hit the subscribe button, man, and leave me a comment. Let me know you guys are watching. If you want short rail, links in the description, guys, and we will catch you on the next video. Peace.